I'm going to show you how to access a blueprint that has already been loaded onto your system. If you don't know how to load a blueprint, then look for the video entitled Loading a Blueprint. So to access one that's already been loaded, I'm going to click My Blueprints in the menu on the left, and we'll see that we have an entry here called 4-Week Review. So I might have multiple blueprints. To access them, I would just click each row for the blueprints that have been assigned to me. But the one we're focusing on right now is the only one we have, which is 4-Week Review. And you can see that we have 4 weeks loaded onto the system, and below that, for example, we have week 1 selected. I have the materials that I need to study in this week. If I go down to the very end, let's imagine that I've studied all of this material and I think that I know it pretty well. The final entry at the bottom of the list says Summary Quiz for Week 1. So if I click that, then it says, would you like to begin the summary quiz for Week 1? Yes, I would. So I'm going to click yes. It'll take me to the exam simulator and I can begin answering questions. And you'll notice that this is very similar to the practice exam format where we're getting all of the feedback, the citations, the rationale. We can tag questions for review later and so on. Also, the blueprint quizzes can be taken as many times as you want. On the faculty side, there's a system that will display the highest score on one screen, but the faculty can also see all of your attempts. So let's say your faculty told you to take the weekly quiz until you score at least an 85. Well, they'll see whether or not you made that benchmark of 85, but if it took you 25 times to do it, they'll also see all those 25 results. So at any point, if we want to, if it's a long quiz, we can use the save button to save this quiz and resume it later. Once we finish it, it will record it in Blueprint Quizzes, so you could go back into your exam results screen at the top where you have an option that says Practice Exams, Faculty Assigned Exams, and Blueprint Quizzes. The result for this would appear under Blueprint Quizzes. So I'm going to pretend that I've completed this exam, and we'll go back to my blueprints just to show you that all you have to do from there to go, once you've completed that quiz, to go to the next week is simply click week 2 and begin going through that material. And likewise, there'll be a summary quiz for week 2 at the end.